students, yes, we are discussing how the questions will be coming from the particular chapter. 1 mark question, 3 mark question as well as 5 mark question we are discussing. So we have few other things that we saw till yesterday, the land utilization, how it is being done. And today we are going to see the land used patterns in India, how the lands are being utilized in India. So how are the possible questions from that? So if you see, what determines the land pattern? So what determines the land pattern might be 1 mark question or multiple choice question also you may get. The answers are topography, climate, soil type, and also human factor which is also involved. That is the population density, technological capability, and the culture and tradition. So this is also the reason for the land used pattern to be in different ways. Okay, so this might be 1 mark question or might be asked for 3 mark question where you are supposed to write a single word or single line of explanation about it. So topography means based on the areas, like if it is a plain area, the agricultural activity can be happened in large number. So the population density will be there, so they will utilize the land in a proper manner. And if you see the soil type, if it is a very good soil like black soils are available, then the people will utilize that for agricultural aspects. If it is not an agricultural soil, that means an arid soil or semi-arid soil if it is present, you can find that soil, that area might be used for the constructions of buildings or something like that. So that is how the people utilize it. Yes or no, my dear students? And also the climate. Climate, how it is influencing. So can we go and construct a house in Ladakh and live, or these polar zones? Can we stay there? It's not possible for us to stay there for long days. Maybe for 10 days or 15 days in the form of a vacation we can go and come, but it is not possible for us to stay there permanently, right? So those areas, those kind of climatical factor is also responsible. If you see, certain crops need continuous rainfall. Certain crops doesn't need continuous rainfall. Minimum amount of water is enough. So that land can be utilized for agricultural purposes if less rainfall is available. So those kind of things. If you see Ooty rose is there, right? So when you bring that Ooty rose here and will you allow it to grow? Whether it will grow really well similar to that area? No, right? Even plants need an adaptation of their own climatical conditions. So that is very, very important for them. So because of these reasons, you can find these are called as the factors determining the land utilized pattern. Okay, my dear students? Yes. So next thing you can see that India's geographical location is around 3.28 million square kilometers the land, but you see in that the availability of 93% of the total geographical land is being used, and it is reported that most of the northeastern states except Assam are not being done fully. They are not utilizing the land in a full-fledged manner. Moreover, they are saying in some places like Jammu and Kashmir occupied by Pakistan and China is also not surveyed. It's not included in the 3.28 square kilometers. So actually we have still more larger areas, but you can find that here we have the 3.28 square kilometers. So what is the geographical area of India? This is the question for 1 mark, and choices are given, might be for confusing you. Choices will be in the form of and similarity, but the exact answer, the best answer only will be given mark. Okay, so the answer is 3.28 million square kilometer geographical area of India. Okay, my dear students. So this is 1 mark question might be asked. Then you see the patterns, how these patterns are being utilized. So we have forest area, barren land area under non-agricultural activity like buildings and other aspects. Pastoral lands area which is under miscellaneous as crops. We saw now. So then wasteland, cultivatable wasteland, fallow land, it can be a current fallow land. So all these things, even net zone area. So if you see net zone area, there is a possibility of 1 mark question which may come. So they are saying that in India, it comes about 54% of area which has been reported under the net zone area in India. and they say based on the patterns, general patterns, you can find 80% of the total area of Punjab and Haryana are being utilized for the net zone area. Net zone area means crops that are grown. So Punjab and Haryana are 80% in the net zone area. Then you can find the lesser area which is used for net zone areas in the states like Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, Andaman and Nicobar areas. So this might be a possible question for 1 mark. Which states rank 80% of net zone area? So what you will write? What is supposed to write? That is Punjab and Haryana. So the states which are ranking 10% of their net zone area will be Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So what is the total area that is being reported by Indian government for the net zone area in India? It is 54%. So possible questions I am saying is, students, so please listen it and make a note and keep it. Okay. So we have forest area in India also. So forest area is very less in our country, but desire means the wish of us to have 33%. How much percentage? 33% of area should be under the forest. Okay, so that is what is the plan. So it is not being done. So we have a National Forest Planning Commission, that is policy which has been implemented in the year of 1952. So when was the National Forest Policy implemented or brought into practice? Is 1952. So that is the year which you are supposed to say, right or say. Okay, then you can say that what is their objective? What is the objective of this National Forest Policy? It is to maintain the ecological balance. So that is the main objective. So what is the objective of the National Forest Policy? Is to maintain the ecological balance, and they also will be having an animal as well as humans to live together. Balanced way of living should be brought. Okay, so that is the thing. Then apart from this, the land is also used like land terms or wastelands, or the lands which are under non-agricultural activities like building construction, or rocks which is being present, or mountain which is being present, or a road is being constructed. All these things are also present in our area. Then continuing along with that, you can find that for a long period of time without taking appropriate measurement to conserve the magnetic, and it has resulted. So when we are not having the proper planning, and when we are not having the proper survey which is being done, and when we start conserving the resources, what happens is that the land degradation which happens. Yes or no? So land is getting degraded, wasted, or left without any utilization. So that is called as the degradation. So the land degradation is happening. So what are the ways in which land degradation is happening? Describe the measures or describe the method through which the land degradation that happens. Okay, so this might be the question for 5 mark question. Okay, possible of land degradation is 5 mark or for 3 mark question. So for the few years, you can say in past generations, they are saying that they are planning to conserve the land degradation. Okay, 95% of our basic need is, so what is the 95%? What we need is food, shelter and clothing, right? So that is the thing. So we utilize that. We are observing, we are utilizing the resources by that. So human activities are also there, and the natural activities are also there, because of which the land is being getting degraded. Okay. So before getting into the method of degradation, we will see few points about it. That is 130 million hectare of land is being getting degraded in India. Excuse me. It is 130 million hectares. So what is the total percentage of land that is getting degraded? It is 130 million hectare land which is being degraded in India, and 28% belongs to the forest area, and 56% are the land which is under the waste, it is not utilized by anyone, it has been eroded area, or it is rust which has been affected by the saline and alkalinity which is present in that. Okay, so the even human activities are there because of which the land degradation is happening. What are they? We'll see. That is, first thing is deforestation. Second thing, overgrazing, mining, quarrying, or contributing the most significant aspect towards the land degradation. Then mining is another very important thing where the excavation that happens. No excavation is being done. Particularly they are saying that in few places. This passage is very important, my dear students. One mark questions, lot of one mark question can come from this passage. That is page number 7. So mining sites have abandoned after excavation works is completely, leaving deep scars and trace of overburdening. So they say that it is when excavation goes on, excavation mining means they will mine, no? When they are leaving it as such, you can find a scar. Scar means like and place which has been without anything. So they left like that, or and trace. So when it is being left like that, there is a possibility of lot of land degradation that may happen. When landslide may happen. So places like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, deforestation to mining have caused several land degradation. So what are all the causes? That is deforestation and deforestation due to mining. Okay, deforestation means when they do deforestation, mining activity is going on, they need a transportation to happen. No? So for that purpose they will cut the tree. So deforestation due to mining activity has affected the places, states like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. So mining activity, through mining activity, the states which have been affected in land degradation means you are supposed to say this 4 states, that is Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. And similarly, like you can find overgrazing due to the other aspects like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra are being affected by overgrazing. Overgrazing means leaving the cattle for eating it as such, like whatever, however they want, let them eat. So that is continuously a land which is used for grazing of animals. So no other plants can grow over there. Okay, so because of that also the land degradation may happen. And a few states like Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh are being affected by the over irrigation. When you continuously provide water for the plant, that also will affect them. So over irrigation, when it is provided, you can find that water logging. Water logging means this water table has a water logging inside its earth. Okay, so it will get affected. So when it is getting affected, it will even affect the water content in it. Salinity and alkalinity of the water will not be good enough. So that is also another reason through which you can find. Then to industries are also affecting. How they are affecting? So if you see cement industries, they used to grind the limestone. So when they are grinding the limestones, what happens? The dust, smoke which are being generated, no, it is getting deposited. Okay, so when it is getting deposited, you can find that it will get into the water areas, or it will, without any infiltration of water into the soil is being stopped. That means if rainfall happens, so dust area is there means like deposited over here. If rainfall happens or some water flow is happening, it will not allow the water to get into the earth's surface. So that is how the dust even affect the people lands. Okay, so that is what is about the degradation that happens. How to solve these problems? So method to eradicate the land degradation. So what are the methods? So you can find the methods that include like the deforestation should be stopped and managing overgrazing should be done, and shelter belts of plants should be laid, and controlling of overgrazing, and stabilizing the sand dunes, okay, and growing thorny bushes on some of the methods to check the land degradation that is happening. So even proper management of waste dumping can be done, disposal of waste can be done in a proper manner. Once this is being done in a proper manner, you can find that land degradation might be stopped or will get reduced. Okay, so this is what is about the land degradation. Then you have the soils. So all type of soil is very important, my dear students. So soil profile is very important. Soil profile, unweathered rock, parent rock. Then you have the substratum weathered rock. Then you have the soil with her rock and sand and silt and topsoil. So the soil profile is also very important. And for soils, so each soil we have to write minimum 5 points. Okay, how they are being classified. For alluvial soil means what is important. So alluvial soil is mostly present in the northern area. Then you can find it will be formed due to the flow of water from the Himalayan rivers, particularly Ganga and Brahmaputra. And the soil even extends to Rajasthan, Gujarat in a narrow belt. And these alluvial soils have been found in the eastern coastal plains. Particularly they are seen in deltas of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. So this alluvial soil consists of various properties: sand, silt, clayey. So it has been formed due to the movement of eroding of water. Okay, so here you can find where and all they are formed. So it is also in the form of an old alluvial and new alluvial, Bangar and Kandar. So this is the most important point about the alluvial soil. And what are the crops that are grown? For all the soil, where it is present, how it is formed, and what is the importance, any importance of the soil is there, then that should be mentioned. And if any classification is there in the soil, that should be mentioned. And the growth of crops. So these 5 are very important. So if you are writing these 5 points is enough for the soil. So if one particular soil, for example, alluvial is being asked for 5 marks. If you write these points, it is more than enough, my dear students. So similarly, what you do is, after watching all these videos, go through the soil types. So that is what is the thing which you are going to do as a homework. Okay, go through all the soil, prepare a tabular column. Okay, so you are supposed to prepare a tabular column like this. So take your note like this. So you will be writing it here. Okay. So you are supposed to write in this manner. That is, you will write the soil. So soil name will be mentioned here. Okay. So when soil name is mentioned here, you will write the place. Okay. So alluvial soil. Alluvial soil I am writing it here. So I will write the place. Place I will write it here. Then importance of the soil. For importance of the soil, what it is I will write. Then I will write the formation. So how it is formed. Then still more you can extend it and write the crops that are grown. Okay, then classification. If any classification is there, that you can do. So you can frame an tabular column like this, which will be useful for you even in the future. When you are studying for your board exam also, it will be useful. So this is very important. So make it like this and learn. It will be very easier. Okay, and the first last thing is about soil erosion. So soil erosion, from lower classes you are learning. Just I will give you the gist alone. By what means it has been formed. Overgrazing, construction, mining, these are the ways it has been forming. And even glacier which has been melting. And what are the methods to conserve, I will explain. So the methods to conserve is contour ploughing, making terrains. Then you can see that we also will be having grass strips which will be grown. And these stripe crops. Stripe crops are rows of trees which are being grown in the form of shelter belts. So these things are very important. So learn these things. So this soil erosion and conservation may also be asked in the 5-mark question. So that is what is about today's revision class, students. Remaining I will explain you in the next class. Okay students, thank you.